Hello, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm excited to do a seafood Alfredo. I have some shrimp, but I might add some clams or something, which goes with some of the things I always talk about, which is it's kind of fun to change things up, see how it comes out. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So don't be nervous about taking something and changing it up a little bit. So the basics of doing an Alfredo is a little bit of garlic. I've got some shallots, butter, cream, a little white wine, the shrimp I'm going to use, and of course the cheese. Now, I'm going to talk about the cheeses a bit. This is the best of the best. We've got some Reggiano Parmesan, so I like to use that. And then I bought this really inexpensive and not so great Romano cheese. I get to be a bit of a cheese snob, and typically I'd want to use like a Locatelli or something like that. But the funny thing is, I picked this up one time, and it tastes almost like a sharp provolone, which my wife and I really like the cheese. So I grabbed it again. But the other thing is, be real careful where you buy it and to pay attention to what's going on. You want to make sure that they're not slipping something else in when you think you're getting something else. You don't want to be paying for Locatelli and getting some inexpensive pecorino that you're unaware of. I wouldn't buy it already grated. To be fair, I went to one of the big supermarket chains. It's pretty well known for having really good quality products. And when they told me it comes in big 5-pound bags after being in the restaurant business, I know exactly what that is, and it's not good quality ingredients. So I'm much more comfortable buying the pieces of cheese, grating them myself, knowing what I'm getting, knowing the flavors because I've tasted them before. So when you're making something, buy it, take a bite, see if you like it, and use it. It doesn't have to be the exact one. So give me a minute, we'll get things organized. The other thing I'm going to do today is we've got these beautiful shrimp. I'm going to bring it in closer when I devein them and show you what we can do. They have a tool they'll sell, but if you use a fork, it's really easy to, I'll show you exactly how it works. So stick around, and I hope you enjoy the video. So with the shrimp, you really want to devein them. At least in my mind, that area is kind of gross. And let me show you a little trick. They do have a tool specific for it, but I kind of just pull off the tail. And if you take the fork, I'll try to bring this closer in, and see the spot. Sorry, I'm pointing, but it's not really pointing well. The little almost hole there where the vein is. If you put one of the, I don't know what they're called, fork things, I know they have a name, and stick it through there and kind of pull up on the way through, it'll break it for you there. See how it came out with a little bit of the, I'm holding it too high, with a little bit of the shell, and then you just kind of take off the rest of the shell, and you have a deveined, butterflied, nice piece of shrimp. See? Look at how beautiful. So again, they have a tool specific for it, so you're welcome to go purchase one, but I see no reason not to just use a fork because I already have them. And I just kind of keep going along like that. Pull through, pull up, real easy. It takes a little bit of time, but to be fair, I don't mind. Like, I like to cook. This is kind of my time. It gets my mind off of other things. So I like doing all this stuff. And if you don't get it, well, this one did too. See how nice? And if there's a little bit extra, just pull that out and get rid of it. Nobody wants to eat it. Like, I know it's kind of gross when you think about what it is. It's their digestive system and everything else. So if you don't want to eat it, well, gotta take it out. I'm pretty sure there are lots of them that you can buy already peeled and I guess like a lot of things, sometimes it's better to get it this way because the flavor is better. It's a little bit stronger and more fresh and whatever else. So, all right, I'll work on the rest of them and I'll put you guys on. Well, you know, the other thing I've learned over the years is almost nothing is garbage. I'll save these just in case. I don't think she'll want them. But sometimes we can make a stock or whatever else using the shells, and we'll keep those on the side in case we want to use them. So now I've got my beautiful, deveined, ready to go shrimp. And then I've even, as I said, we've kept the shells and everything in another container. And then I've got my shallots and garlic cut up already as well. Next, I'll show you guys the cheese. We'll do that now while I go clean this up. And now we're ready to cook. Pretty easy. So pan on medium-high heat, closer to medium because we're going to start out with some butter. We don't want the dairy to separate from the oil. So we'll just let that melt a bit. Spread it around. Once that gets going, we want to start with our shrimp. So we're going to add these to the pan. And we're not going to give too long. We're only going to give a couple minutes each side because we don't want them to overcook. When you start seeing them get orange, you flip them, and once they're completed, then they're pretty much done. And then we'll take them out and put them to the side. And add a little bit of the garlic in right now to cook with the shrimp as well. Mix it up a little. Spread that through the butter. We'll just let those be for a minute or so, maybe two. Some of these are beginning to turn pink, we'll see, with those. And by the time those are flipped, the others should be turning pink too. Now see, I'll bring this to the camera. See how it's still a little translucent in the middle? You wait until that's completely pink, and as soon as it is, it's done. So you just keep an eye where the vein used to be and see when it gets white. See, this one already done. And you just start pulling them out then. If it's still translucent, it still needs a little bit of time. And all I'm going to do is put the plate with the shrimp, I'm going to move that to the side. I'm going to add a little bit more butter. And then we're going to add our shallots and the rest of the garlic. If you notice the garlic browning, which I just did, turn the flame down a little bit because you don't really want it to burn. One or two cook a little too much, it's okay, but you want to have them heat up, but not to burn. And better if you don't use a non-stick pan, to be perfectly honest. You want some of that charring on the bottom of the pan. That's part of the flavor. Now, one thing that I did that we don't normally do, but usually fettuccine, is I use rigatoni. My wife and I love rigatoni, and I'm sure it'll be just fine with the dish, and really you can make any alteration you want. I'm still trying to decide if I want to test adding some clams to it and making it more just seafood instead of just a shrimp Alfredo. They're beginning to get how I want them, but I really want them to caramelize. I want to get that nice darker color. They're beginning to get dark, but not quite how I want it. Alright, now that those are nice and getting browned and beginning to caramelize pretty good, we'll add the white wine and deglaze the pan. This also gives a real richness to the Alfredo. It's a big difference adding some white wine. Turn the heat up a little. Get that going. I'm going to let that cook down a little, and then I'm going to add a little bit more wine. That's just pulling off all the nice brown from the pan into the liquid. Get that flavor all the way through. Now I'm going to add about 8 or 10 ounces of heavy cream, making more than one entree, so I'm making it a little bit more than usual. Now I do want to let that boil. I just want to be careful of the temperature because I don't want it to just totally boil over. It will bubble and it'll start bubbling and getting frothy. I just want to be careful not to let it go too far. See how it's frothing now, which is kind of nice. I'll turn the temperature down so it doesn't overdo it. Gonna add some of these beautiful clams. Hopefully it works. I mean, I'm not sure how it'll come out. I've never had it with clams. I feel like it's just like a seafood Alfredo. And we'll only give this a minute or two, and then we're going to turn the temperature off completely before adding the cheese and a little bit more butter. Alright, so I'll turn you off for a minute. I'm going to turn the heat off, and we'll give it a little bit of time to cool down before adding the cheese. All right, temperature should be a little bit cooler now, so I can add the cheese. Be real generous with it. And then we're going to stir it all the way through. Now hopefully I've let it cool enough that it doesn't get too stringy and start to separate. And hopefully it shouldn't stick to the pan either. Looking okay. It should still melt though, it should still be warm enough. And then what I have here, I'm going to start heating up this. Like I said, I made a few, enough that I should be able to make a few of them. I'm going to make one dish right now. Show you how it turns out. Let that melt. And this won't take long at all. Beautiful pasta. And right into there. Give that a quick little toss in some of the butter, just to coat it a little. And same thing, you don't have to leave it hot. And turn that off and try to get a couple clams in there. We're just going to add a scoop of the Alfredo and toss it. And then I'll plate it and I'll show you how it looks. Give that a toss to get it all coated real well. And then I'll plate it and show you how it is. So there you go. Well, I hope you didn't forget, I still have these beautiful shrimp that I haven't even added yet. So I'm going to do 1, 2, maybe I'll do 4 of them in here because we got enough to make other dishes too. And then we're going to give it a little bit of the parsley right on top. Put this one right in the middle there. Move that one over. And I'll bring it over to you guys and show a close-up too. So let's sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top as well. And show you how great it came out. Just take this, kind of spread it around a bit. There you go. We got our shrimp, well, I guess seafood Alfredo. Got some clams in there and the Alfredo sauce and some beautiful shrimp. We'll come back and I'll let Lily do a taste test and maybe Jacob will come in and try it as well.
Hi there. My husband made the seafood Alfredo today. I'm excited to try it. It smells so good in my house right now. It smells garlicky, buttery. So let's do this. I'm gonna try the shrimp first. It's really good. It's not like overcooked. And I'm gonna get a piece of pasta. Mm. It's really good. That's my favorite pasta actually. I still have a few of them, but this is like one of them. Bye guys, see you tomorrow.
Hello, I'm gonna try the pasta my dad made, although I'm not gonna eat the shrimp since I'm not a big fan of shrimp. The sauce is really good.